Hello, welcome to Barbecue Elevated. Today we're going to do some whole chickens. We're going to smoke 2 chickens here, and then we're going to do this chicken right here that's going to be rotisserie. So what we're going to do is get them all seasoned up and ready to go. These have been dry brining for about 36 hours now, so I got the skin just dried out on them. Going to try to get some crisp skin on these. Something I've always struggled with chickens, but we're going to try it today, see what we can do. My plan is the rotisserie chicken that's right here on my right, this one right here. We're going to leave the skin on, try to get that one crispy. We'll leave the skin on this one, it's going to be smoked. This one we're going to take the skin off. I found when you take the skin off, it makes it so that more smoke flavor actually gets into the chicken, as opposed to when you leave the skin on, it doesn't get quite as much smoke flavor into the actual meat. So for those that want the more intense smoke flavor, we'll take the skin off of one of these so they can get more smoke flavor in it. The 2 smoked ones we'll keep in there for about 260 degrees. And then the rotisserie one, we're just going to go with it. I've never done a rotisserie chicken before. This is my first time doing one. This is one of my second time using our rotisserie that we just got. Hopefully you saw my last video where we did the rotisserie pork loin. Now today we're going to do a rotisserie chicken, see how it works out. What I'm going to do with the rotisserie chicken is I'm going to use 2 different rubs that I found. They're all from this company called Heath's Blends. One of them is called Mark's Masterpiece. We have this chicken scratch rub. Here's the Mark's Masterpiece. We got this one that's a Southwest Sizzler. And then we've got another one that is peppery lemon. So I've used these on turkey before, and they turned out really well. I liked them a lot. What I do is I mix them all together in just a little spice shaker like this. And then I'll just kind of put them all on the chicken, mix them together. That way they all kind of get evenly throughout. For the other 2 that are going in the smoker, we're just going to do our coarse ground black pepper and kosher salt. That way we can create a good texture and hopefully get a little bit of a bark on these things before they're done. The tricky thing about chickens is the chicken breast meat will be done at 160, and the thighs and the legs will be done around 175 to 180. That's where they get tender. So what I'll do is I'll turn these chickens so that the dark meat side, the thighs and the legs are facing the firebox, the breasts are on the back side. Usually that cooks the dark meat faster so that when the breasts are done, the dark meat is done also. Going to go ahead and get started on these. I'll season up the rotisserie one now so you guys can see that. I'm not going to bore you guys by doing all 3 of them. That's just too much. I'll just use some mustard here, yellow mustard as a binder. Doesn't take a lot, just a little bit. Get it on there, spread it around the chicken. And once I get this one done, we're going to get this one on the rotisserie probably soon, and then we'll come back and do the 2 smoked ones. All pretty much is done the exact same, just different seasonings is the only difference here. Want to get the front side. The reason why I'm not doing salt and pepper on the rotisserie one is because we're not going to be creating a bark on that one, I don't think. We're just going to be cooking it on a rotisserie and trying to get the skin crisp. And this one here is going to, I think, add some flavor, because I've noticed when I did the pork loin with the rotisserie, there isn't any, of course, smoke flavor like what you get from an actual smoker. With this one, there's just going to be the flavor of however we flavor the chicken. Sometimes I'll even pull the chickens off out of the smoker and I'll coat them in butter, then wrap them with foil. Haven't decided if I'm going to do that today. I probably won't. All right, go ahead and get this top side seasoned. Or the breast side, I should say. Get the legs all covered. Okay, it's all done. It's all covered. Now we'll go ahead and run the rotisserie rod through it, get the prong going, and get this one going. All right, so here's the rotisserie chicken. It's come along really nicely. I think next time I'll maybe get some butcher twine and kind of tie off the legs and the wings. Like I said before, this is my first time doing this. Not really sure exactly how to do it all. I got it on here. Got the rotisserie rod ran through and put some of these spikes through it, the legs and through the breast to keep it from spinning around and keep it on there. I think next time I'll get some twine, tie the legs on, and we'll tie the legs on here and maybe wrap the wings or something. I don't know. But yeah, next time just do something a little bit different. I think mainly just getting these legs tied on would be really helpful, really good, instead of jabbing the meat with it. That's come along really well. Got the fire going. Not a huge fire, just a little fire. Just have to keep some heat, get some, hopefully get a little bit of oak flavor into it. Then we'll come on over here to the Franklin. Got the fire going in there. Good fire, got the door open. So here's our smoked chickens in here. So the one up close here, this is the one with the skin on. The one back there has no skin on it. You can see here I've got the legs and the thighs facing the firebox over there, which is what I want. So hopefully we can get this side hotter and then get the breast done second. You know, those are going to be done at 165. But again, like I said before, dark meat is actually no, it doesn't become dark meat becomes tender and done and complete when it hits, and it's most juiciest when it's at 175 to 185. That's when you start melting the cartilage inside the meat, and all those connective tissues break down inside the dark meat and makes it really good, really tender. So gonna try to get both sides done at the same time. Don't want to dry either side out. There's our little quick update on it and check-in, and just really wanted to show you guys how I had these laid out in here and show you guys the rotisserie chicken. Now I know it's not ideal. We're learning, so I'll be back to test them and see how they turn out. So the chickens are done smoking. The rotisserie one still isn't quite done yet. That one's taking a while, but we got these done. Going to do just a quick check on them. So we got this one here with skin, this one with no skin. So here's our no skin. Just going to taste it. The outside is still crispy. This tastes good. You can definitely taste the smoke flavor in it, but it's not an overpowering smoke flavor, which is really good. You still taste the natural chicken flavor. It's just soft, and I actually really like that one. So now we'll try the one with skin. The one with skin is good too. It's actually a little bit softer, a little bit more juicy than what the one without skin is. And the skin is actually crispy, and what I did is after they were done cooking in the smoker, I pulled this one out and threw it in the oven for about 30 minutes on 375 to crisp up the skin. And that seemed to do the trick because it's actually crispy skin. And you can see here, even in the cavity, like the crispy one, you can see the juice puddled up in there, whereas you don't have that on the one with no skins. With skin, definitely juicier, definitely softer, more tender. Without skin, not quite as juicy, but more of a smoke flavor to it. Take your pick on which one you want to go with. This one tastes a lot more like a rotisserie chicken, where it's juicy, just has that chicken flavor, it's crisp skin. This one tastes like it came out of a smoker.